Good morning, family, and welcome back to Nurses Speak. This is Tonya with Nurses Speak, and here we go again. As you can see, I'm outside walking, taking in the sun, absorbing my vitamin D dosage for today. It feels so good. I truly love the sun, and I'm getting a bit tanned as well, which is beautiful because my skin looks amazing. And with this extra bronze color, courtesy of our beautiful sun. And so I'm thankful right now, and always actually. So let me just qualify that. Anyway, I just wanted to talk briefly about nursing and salaries. And just say that if you're looking at your salary and realize that it's been significantly depressed, not only by the organization that you currently work for, but by the nursing industry overall, okay? And despite the efforts of many years of collective bargaining and informational picketing and strikes, it just still seems like overall it hasn't risen to what it really needs to be. And I want to say that's probably because it's still a female dominated career. And that could have something to do with it. You know, women have historically made less than men. We know this. That's a fact, right? But considering the way the healthcare structure is designed and regulated for payment to organizations, it seemed like there's always going to be a limit. There's always going to be a cap. You know, there's always going to be minimally progressive advances in nursing salaries. And this is across the country. I'm not saying that regionally there are nursing states where nurses do significantly better than others. That's obvious. You know, we see that all the time, right? Obviously, you know, if you live in California or New York, you're not making the same as someone living in Alabama or Kansas, right? Or even Maine or Vermont, right? So we got a situation where, yes, it's regional, but considering the cost of living and some of these areas that are much higher, it's still a challenge, right? And that's why the travel nursing boomed during the pandemic, because nurses were able to leave their home state and travel to different states that were paying exorbitant, or what would seem to be exorbitant amounts of money for nurses to work in other states during that time. Now, mind you, it was stressful, it was critical, there was a lot of unknown, there was a lot of death, sickness, and a lot of propaganda, unfortunately, swirling around that entire situation, as I recall. And so nobody really knew what the truth was. They were just going by what they were told, you know, by the government, by the hospitals, by the national health agencies, by their local state health agencies. You know, there was information coming from everywhere, and people just did what they needed to do to earn their income and survive. Unfortunately, there were people who got really sick, and at what cost? For some extra money. They lost their health. And that should not have to be the case, right? It's one thing if you as a nurse feel that it's your humanitarian mission to go somewhere else and work to support another community who's in need of your professional service, and you want to do that. But despite the fact that nursing salaries lag behind our economic rate of inflation, doesn't mean you should go out there and intentionally try to put yourself in harm's way. Let's just put it that way. And risk your health, either physically or mentally, chasing the bag. That's just my opinion. Again, people can do what they want. Because there's many bag chasers out there, not just in nursing, obviously, but I'm speaking specifically to nurses because, this is the community that I am a part of. And so what I would say is that do what you love, do what makes you happy, but consider what you can save, consider what you can invest, consider doing your research and identifying multiple streams of income. And I know that's a pretty popular catchphrase these days. People want to have multiple streams of income and make money selling t-shirts and mugs and online courses and coaching services and things of that nature. We can all participate in that. It's a free market system. But just understand, if that's not something you love to do, and if that's not something you're called to do, then why do it? Why put your energy into something that there is a societal program out there for you to do these things because somebody says this is going to earn you extra money. It may have worked for the people who are doing it, who are committed to doing it at whatever cost, but that may not be the thing for you, right? So looking at just your salary and saying, where do I go from here? Do I go back to school? Do I get another degree? Do I get another certification? Well, yeah, those are all things that you can do as well. Do I stay in the job longer until I can max out what my earnings would be? That's an option as well. But again, think in terms of doing what is making you happy. Because I can tell you, oftentimes doing what makes you happy results in another stream of income. It results in a way where abundance finds you because you're giving with the energy of love behind what you're doing. And I can tell you from experience that some of the volunteer work that I do, I have received a lot from, and do get offers that can translate into a stream of income to do certain things around the volunteer work or as a result of the volunteer work that I've been doing. And many people think, oh, I can't do anything unless they're paying me. Well, if your mindset is that of dollar for dollar, I have to do something, I have to get paid in order to do something, then perhaps you'll always be doing something, but not necessarily something that you enjoy doing. Versus putting your energy out there in a more positive way to do something that you really love and enjoy doing, and be open and receptive to what can come to you as a result of that. You know, what can come to you in the form of an in-kind gift, if you will, where you receive something that's of value to you. It may not necessarily be cash in the forms that we know it, in the various forms that we know it, but it could be something that's of value to you, you know? And think about it. Even if no money, even if there's no money exchanged, the fact of how good you feel from doing what you enjoy doing is a form of payment, because an exchange has already occurred. You gave out of love and you received that really good feeling, you know? You received the gift of someone else being the recipient and being thankful and grateful for what you did out of love, right? And so I might have started out having you think that, oh, she's going to talk about salaries and earning more and boosting income. But I think what I really want to sum it up by saying is that we don't have to conceptualize income as just in the form of money, right? Income can be in the form of joy, abundance, peace, right? Self-love, self-compassion, and the same for others. Income can be tranquility. It can be acceptance. It can be awakening to the power of our sovereignty and divinity, and creating that balance between our masculine and feminine energy, so that when we do things, we're doing the right thing at the right time, for the right reason, and with the right people. And so I just want to leave you with that for today, because I've been working on expanding my awareness of income, and as well as what I'm giving out, what I'm projecting. And so based on what I'm giving out, I see my income changing. I see my income increasing. I see my income being more joyful an experience, as opposed to something being arduous or difficult. Not saying that there aren't challenges. There's ups and downs, you know, that's just how life flows. Things can at times be challenging or even appear to be difficult. But I have tools to manage and navigate those times, you know? So it's not like I'm out here saying you're never going to have a rough day, no matter what you do. Times can be rough, but we ride the waves and we stay afloat. And we continue on to live and serve another day. So thanks for listening. You know I love you all, and I appreciate you. And I just want to say, if you're called into nursing, it's no mistake, it's no accident. There's something here for you to learn about what you're doing. And maybe it's not the way you started out, but then again, most things aren't about how you start, it's how you finish. So give yourself some love today and watch your income begin to soar. Bye now.